And so tonight, I'm going to be talking about refractography. Does anyone know what that is? So, oh, look at that. Not.
Well, I think it's photography with no lens.
It's photography with no lens. You are actually photographing light, which is what photography means. Writing with light. And so I'm going to talk about it, a little bit about what it is, what you need, how to set up your shot, how to capture it, and how to make different colors. But it's a bit quick presentation, and then hopefully I'm hoping we can get it dark enough in here that we can play with it a little. And I'm going to try and hook my laptop up so you guys can see on the big screen what's happening in the lens of in the sensor of my camera. Hopefully. So you get to create really interesting, very ephemeral, that means temporary and passing images by using your camera without a lens. It's similar to like camera obscura or pinhole camera because you have the sensor that's capturing the light, and then you have a pinhole of light that's hitting the glass and then being reflected onto the lens. It's like a treasure hunt because you never know what you're going to get. A different light, a different glass is going to change the results and how dark it is, the colors that you use, and how it affects the light. You're never going to get the same thing twice. And so it's a lot of fun and an adventure all at the same time. You don't use a lens because the lens takes all the light that is brought into the camera and it runs it through several layers of glass to direct it directly onto the sensor in a straight manner and very organized manner. And that's why we end up with such sharp pictures. And the better your lens, the better the glass in your lens, the sharper your images. Well, when you take off that lens, all you're left with is whatever light is getting to the sensor in whatever, from whatever direction. And so that's why we use a pinhole to try and really direct the light as much as we can onto the sensor. The risks of doing this, of course, is that how many people don't want to get dust on their sensor? Yeah, it's a thing. It can enter your camera and get onto your sensor. Having your own camera cleaning kit is helpful. I have just a little one, but it has a blower for dust. And it has a little brush for your lenses, but it also has the liquid and the little foam brush swab thing that you use to clean your sensor with. And you can have full frame for this, and you can also buy prop sensor size. And you only do one pass. And if the dust doesn't get gone, you throw that one out and you get another one and you make another pass with a brand new swab and new liquid. And it works really well. I've never taken my cameras ever to an official place to get cleaned yet. So that's probably not good on my part, but it's the way it is. It also comes with other little things, little brushes and lens wipe and all those things. But I got it mostly so that I would be able to clean my sensor at home when I'm getting annoyed by all the little dust spots. I do a lot of 2.8 photography at wide aperture, and so you don't see a lot of dust spots. But the minute that I get to f8 or doing landscapes, oh no, so many dust spots. So if you're gonna be doing this, you definitely should have this. Don't use lasers as your light source because that will damage your camera sensor. They, different lasers are of different strengths, different colors, but even red, which I think is the least strong, can hurt your sensor if it's, because it's being directed right onto your sensor and it can mess with it. So don't
Or if you're-
use,
Or if you're projecting the lens against it,
what do you mean?
so the camera looking at a wall and light the wall.
Right, you can light the wall, yeah, that's fine. But the way we're doing it, I mean, you've seen like sunlight hitting a piece of glass on your coffee table and making pretty designs on the wall and stuff. That's what refractography kind of is. It's just refracted light. But in this case, it's going into our camera sensor. Reflectography, there's reflectography and refractography, which I didn't even really know this, but in my pursuit of developing a presentation, I discovered that. And what I normally do is actually considered reflectography because I'm bouncing light from that's 90 degrees to my sensor, and the glass is placed at a 45-degree angle to that and bounces the light from the flashlight to the side into the sensor of the camera. Refractography is actually the flashlight is directly opposite of your camera sensor and the light is going through the glass into the sensor. So it's a different way of bending the light into the sensor. But they both achieve similar purposes, just so you know. Last night I spent a few hours playing around with it all to make sure what I was doing. The gear that you need, glass objects, you can use wine glasses, crystal glasses, or just crystal art glass, like like fancy glass, vases, anything that's glass you can try and play around with and see what it does. You need a black surface for your glass to be on so there's no reflected light getting to the glass and possibly entering your sensor by reflection. I have a clamp tripod that holds the glass in place, and I have it actually on a platypod base here. So that it's nice and sturdy. And then this is like a metal clamp that you can, you screw it into the glass, but you can have it so it's holding it, but you can still, because when you're doing this, you are playing with the angle of the glass and to try and get the light into the sensor in a design that you want to take a picture of. Lighting, you can use a flashlight, or there's these little macro kind of gooseneck lights that you can get. Those also would work. And those often come in various colors. You do need to put a pinhole cover over the flashlight or the macro lights because you just want a pinhole coming through. And then colored gels, and I'll talk about more of that in just a second. You want your camera on a tripod so that it's very sturdy, not moving, no lens, and a shutter release cable so that your camera's not shaking or moving. And I have some gaffer tape just to kind of help things stay in the right position, whether it's the flashlight or the glass or whatever. Sometimes you need extra help. The setup, you want a strong flashlight, like 1,000 lumens probably. That's the more higher, and I have them, several of them because of light painting, but most flashlights aren't as strong as that. And you want to cover it with cardboard or foil with a tiny hole put through it at 90 degrees to your camera or straight across if you're doing the head-on view. You want your light 2 or 3 yards from your glass. We're gonna see how far, I may have to put it on the other table, the flashlight, just to see how it works. I don't know how it's gonna work because it's not quite dark out and there's lights over here, but we're gonna try. See, you're not supposed to have any stray light, so we'll see. But you'll get the idea. The glass is clamped at a 45-degree angle that bends the light into the camera, and you want it on a black surface again. And the gels on hand for coloring. I usually, well, I talk about coloring at the end, so let's do that. Capture settings, you want your camera at 100 to 400 ISO, depending on how strong your light is and how dark everything else is. I usually am at 100 if it's in the pitch black, and with my strong flashlight, I don't need to have it any higher. The shutter speed, you can play with that a little, but somewhere from 1/8 to 2 seconds. Again, depending on the strength of your flashlight and what the glass is that you're going through. Because some glass is thicker, might be a different color. And so you get to play around a bit with your settings to find out what's optimal for your particular circumstance. I want to adjust the glass position to find the pattern that you like. And this does take time because you're like, oh, there's nothing there. And you're moving the glass all around and oh wait, there's like a really cool thing right there. How do I keep the glass right in this position? The light can be to the side or behind the glass for different effects, as I was saying. Move your camera to get the best focus. The only way you can focus is to move your camera back and forth. So the ones I did yesterday, I wasn't worrying so much about that, so they were a little out of focus. But if you want to play with the distance, and you can even zoom in on your live view to get a better idea of what your focus is like. Play with gel colors for the different effects. You can use 1 color of gel or 2, or if you're doing a long enough exposure, even 3. Because it's hard to hold 3 all in your hand, but you can hold 2 in one hand. And again, best if there's no other light. Coloring the scene, you can use colored gels and you move them into the light beam between the flashlight and the glass. You can also do 2 different light sources and have them like side by side, and then you can just put the gel right on those and have them hit the light. And what you'll get is sort of like a double repeating pattern of but different colors, and so it makes for an interesting effect. The gels for speed lights work the best because they're pretty small and they're easier to hold and to move around. And that is, here's some examples of different things that I've done. I thought I'd share some different examples. It's just a unique way to make abstract art. Which I enjoy doing, so. I did take a lot of these and turn them into kaleidoscope style images in Photoshop because it was really fun and I was on a kick. So I did a few of these. But now I can't find the program that I use, so I'm really annoyed. It was just a Photoshop action. And so you can do it without, or you can do it by hand. It's just less annoying to have an action do it for you. This one, I printed 3 feet by 3 feet and it looked great.
It was good on metal, I would think.
Yeah,
But Miller Mikey could tell you.
okay. So any questions? Yes, Jerry?
What, two questions there. What photographic category is that for? I heard you say abstract.
It's would be considered abstract. For like, if you're gonna enter it in the fair, it would be miscellaneous.
Great.
Or creative, yeah,
Like contemporary art,
excuse me?
contemporary art.
Yeah, you could, I mean, it could be considered contemporary art for sure, yeah.
And part two is, you know, it'd be an interesting contrast if you have before and after, like your subject before, and then this is what I captured. Did you think about that?
What do you mean, like the glass?
Yeah, you know, whatever that you focused on, you
Well,
set it up, you know.
I'll show you, it did that, what, that doesn't make any sense, cause I'll show you what we do, and there's no before.
Oh.
There's not a before. Okay, Suzanne, you have.
What are the little moons that you have? Is-
They're part of the, whatever the stupid, theme that I used for PowerPoint. They're just there and I can't get rid of them. They're in front of things, they're behind things. I don't know how to remove them,
Cause they
so,
were kind of cool in some of them.
yes. And that was just
Uh.
by chance.
That's next week's demo.
Yeah.
Okay.
How to remove the things in Photoshop.
That was my question.
Oh, what the little moons?
What about the fuel expense?
Yeah, those weird things, yeah, those are just part of the theme that I used for PowerPoint. Okay, so, we'll go ahead and see if we can do a demonstration of this stuff. People online, I don't know if you want, we would need to have a volunteer with or move the camera over to where it's showing what I'm doing, maybe. We'll try and make it accessible for you guys.
Who's watching?
I don't know who is watching.
Herbert,
John, do you want to meet us to try and keep the video going for you?
No, let's I'll just look at a YouTube thing or something, see if I can,
John,
you know.
John.
You gotta walk down the hall.
Anyways, okay.
yeah, because I don't want to hold you guys up. Don't worry about it.
Where is this? Oh, no, this is, they probably haven't been hearing anything. Anyways, okay, so we're just gonna shut off Zoom now, I guess, huh? Because this cord has to go into the box and then into, the mic has to go into the, mic cord has to go into the other side of the DI box.
Where is it?
This should have been here.
Oh, sorry, Don.
Oh, I don't see it. Oh, no, here, right here.
Oh, great.
Anyways, John, hopefully we're hearing things.
Right.
And if not, hopefully our recording will. Okay, he's gonna sign off and I mean, maybe we'll still try and do the Zoom. Just to see if we can record anything of what's happening, but it's gonna get dark. Probably won't do a good job. We'll try. I can always delete it later. Okay, so I'm heading over to the other area.
I told him to press call. You wanna try and lightweight that up?
Sure. Right now I have this thing on here, and even when I take it off, the mirrorless has a thing over the sensor, so it's still protecting it from dust. Excuse me?
Your lens cap?
No. It's just the cover that would go on the front of your camera. When you don't have it on.
Clear cap that you go around.
I don't think so.
You probably run. Yeah. We don't run. So outside, our basically, you know. On the table, yeah, we just pass it to the water. Oh, I don't know. I'll probably not.
So I want to just get this level with where the glass is over there. And then I'm gonna bring the glass just right close to within 6 to 12 inches of it.
So that's what I was talking about, that's the before, that's the subject.
Of the glass.
Yeah, it was
So I also brought this flashlight, which I thought might be fun because it
doesn't work.
it does different colors on its own. So I was thinking like, ooh, it could just like make the different colors
Yeah.
while it's sitting there. So we might try that later. This is my pack of various gels. These are some that I picked. Purple, yellow, orange, green, sort of a teal, pink, dark blue, and red. The richer the colors, the better. If you get a really light colored gel, it doesn't really show up very well. And these normally would just hook on your speed light. It has these little bands that go around the end of the speed light and it's totally on. I'm as cheap as possible person. So it works for me. So let me get the. I wanted to see if I could. Eh. Yeah. There we go. I'll try and hook it into my camera. Because in Lightroom you can tether. This way. That was when we were adding on extra tire to the,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah,
That's why the picture was familiar.
yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go up here to file, tethered capture, start tethered capture. And okay. And then I can hit live. And now this should be my camera, what it can see. So we'll see. Okay, so let's turn off all the lights. And close the door. We'll see where we're at. It's dark outside, so that's good. So we'll only have a little light coming in from over here. Okay. So I want to get the light going directly on the glass. At about a 45-degree angle. I'm taking off the front. And so you can see those lines up there.
Is that all written?
It's the way the glass is refracting the light.
No, Fred, I'm not gonna know my flashlight so you can see.
Okay, so see how blurry it is? I'm gonna see if pulling it back makes it more blurry. Or I need to bring this. What are my settings at? I'm at 1/100th right now, so. That. So,
I think you're getting screen.
huh?
I think you're getting the light from the screen.
Yeah. Okay. This camera right now, is being a pain in the butt with the.
You want me to turn off?
Knob on the
That's the one set up.
Huh? Oh, no, it's fine.
I think you need a black background,
No, we're okay.
well, I mean, to keep it away from the screen. So you don't spill.
At 200. And maybe 15. Okay.
Screen's casting a shadow.
Yeah, so it is.
Okay, so
Okay.
you didn't like that. Huh? It didn't like being in live. Okay. It probably has a certain amount of time that it will stay in live. Okay, so let's see. Closer. No, come on. Change. Camera. Oh, that's in better focus. See how close it is? We only have a few inches here. I'm gonna raise this up just a little. Yeah. Okay, so you have, I'm just trying to get it closer so it's in better focus. Oh, there's something down there. Ooh. Ooh. Good. Interesting in here. Okay. I never did plug it like that. Let me plug in my. I can't see. There we go. Okay. So. Now. I can take the picture. And it will show up. Apparently extra big. Why does it fit? Okay, there we go. There we go. What? I'm at 31/30th of a second. Why won't this move? Oh well. Let me get it back on. Okay, so you can see that's the picture that we took. So now I'll go back to live. And I'll put a couple different gels, play around with a couple different gels.
You can even do like multiple exposure, maybe it's.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can. You can play with this.
Is that just like art gel or what kind of gel?
Yeah, these are speed light gels. Speed light gels that you would put in front of your speed light to change the color of the light. So you can just put those in there. It's being so picky. Okay, so we have our different colors. If there's something I like, I can do, take a picture. Take another picture. And play around with just the the light and just, have fun doing this thing. Say you're done with that. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, so then we can move the glass around, find something else we're interested in.
This reminds me of the mid-60s. For those of you that were. He was around the beginning.
I'm trying to see if there's like a like some sort of.
So they just took it from me.
So you're basically right now looking at the bottom of the glass.
Yeah, it's shooting through the bottom of the glass.
What is that glass? Like.
This is just a wine glass.
Wine glass.
Here, I'll show you. It's just a wine glass.
Oh, okay.
So you're looking at the bottom of it
So we have the bottom of it
and the light's reflecting off.
at a 45-degree angle between the camera shutter and the light. And
So if there was fingerprints, glass, they would give a different
It-
pattern.
it could give it, yes, it would give a different pattern.
Like if you drip oil on it or something, it would diffuse it totally, or sunlight different direction.
Yeah,
Or if there were big stickers in cable. You could do this with stained glass or something.
you could do it with stained glass. You can do it with colored glass. Um. Cool. Couple different colors. Grab my little shutter.
Kind of reminds me of the Aurora Borealis.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
the lights.
So I thought I would play with that other flashlight. Wherever I put it. What did I do? Did you guys see what happened to it? It rolled off.
You're a
Oh, there it is.
Right where you said.
So. I'm just gonna put some foil over the end of this one. And I brought a little. Thing. That I can. Make a little hole in the end of it, so. Let's see here. Okay, it's making cool color changes. See it? Okay, I'm gonna trade it out. Turn this off. Okay, let's go back to 5. Oh, that's interesting. Now we're in like a disco. So I'm gonna try and reduce my shutter speed. So I'll get some of. I don't know if it's gonna be possible because. Let's see. It's just too bright in here. If it was dark, we could definitely. Blurry. That's kind of a nice composition. We'll see what happens. See what we have. That was this one. Good. This one. That one. And that one. They're kind of blurry. Let's get it closer in here, so it'll be more. Ah. Anyways, this isn't working as well as I had hoped, but you can see on the back of the camera, it's looking pretty cool. And you could even throw in one of these too. See what happens. Can you turn that off? It's messing with how bright it is.
Not seeing the big screen.
Yes.
It's okay.
They should show up here. See that? Okay, let's see what it's doing here. Try tethering. Anyways, this is how it works. Are there any questions? Do you want me to try a different glass? I have a different glass.
So there's no limit to your imagination. You can try this about anything.
Yeah, you can try it like a vase on its side or on its back. We can, on this one, what we'll do is I'll see if I can get the light behind it. And we'll just get this right up close to the sensor and see what we get. To be real refractography. Okay, so
Glass,
what?
the light was playing about the glass.
Yes,
You know, you need to find that dust, you can't have dust coverage, it's clear. And then you're
I
gonna,
know, right?
yeah, then you would have to worry about the dust on the not too clear.
Way.
Then I wouldn't be afraid of open my.
Somebody make a lot of money. The 3D printed.
Yeah. Well, I know people do that, that's what I'm about. See if they can fix it like that.
Then you get a lot of certain years striation.
Oh, that's why I said, I think. Filter.
Just in case.
Glass. And we got holder with a piece of glass.
So. Light games. Is that, that's a film of some sort of. And that's the word.
Getting into X-ray territory now.
Yeah.
CT being.
So, oh, that's the brains.
What?
I'm using the camera right now.
This is what I'm seeing, this is what the camera is seeing.
Yeah. That's good.
When I got my gallbladder taken out, they gave me pictures of it. It was all infected, almost killed me, but it looked like a piece of work of art, and it was actually my infected gallbladder.
Maybe, so the two. Yeah.
Now see, I'm adjusting the shutter speed because I'm throwing this purple light in there and it's making it really dark. Let's see if we can find something not quite so dark.
Ooh.
So this is the light hitting straight on. We can go sideways like this. And see what we get. Because my shutter is playing with the cord over here. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. That everything's just right there and causing issues. Okay. So we can,
Yeah.
what? Come on.
consider you calm. Elizabeth. Last week, we didn't think.
Just. That's the light. Since I was. Right outside.
When I go and read the days,
So we'll look it up on the.
oh, we'll pretty soon.
Oh, yes. We'll look it all.
Yeah.
So I'm just playing, I switched to the bottom of this glass, but it has all different shapes in it, so.
That's a good tone color. Purple. Great.
You can just play with it.
That's us.
Anyways, so do you have any questions? So this is, I can do this, I get all involved and you guys are sitting there going. I'm really glad you showed this to us, it's like, I didn't know you could do it.
Yeah, this is totally new.
There you go. New different things. Yeah, and in the dark room, you have a lot more, you don't have all the haze and stuff going on, so you can have a lot more stronger images.
Yeah.
Sharp, they'll be sharper, they'll be clearer, more contrast. So, and it does take a lot. I mean, right now, this glass is just sitting on the black fabric. I'm not even using the clamp, so you just have to, have your external shutter and few gels and a flashlight with some foil and a pinhole, and you're good to go.
Is this something you just decided? I think I'll try shooting.
When I first joined the club, this guy named Bill Dudley came and talked about this. And the meeting was over at the Greenhouse Cafe. Because I don't know why, I think he could only come on a Thursday and we only meet here on Tuesdays or something. But he talked about this and it very much intrigued me. And so I went home and of course played with it and played with it and played with it. And then made the kaleidoscopes out of some of them, and that was really fun. And there's just a lot of places you can take this sort of stuff into the art genres and everything. So I like creative photography, and this is just one more example of that. So there you go.